Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Hope everyone's having a great day. And today we're going to be checking out the Shoretrooper squad leader from Star Wars Rogue One. But before we get into that, could I ask if you could please drop down and consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button, hit the little bell for notifications, and take a check out at my channel if you are interested in hot toys and 1/6 scale figures, as I post almost daily, and I'm always checking out new things and doing previews and things like that. So let's go ahead and get this guy open and do the unboxing. Alright, so here we have the box. We get this great shot here of the figure on the front. It's our typical Star Wars box, and then we get the nice banding of the Shoretrooper squad leader there. Get a cool look there and there as well. And then we get our insert, which looks really nice. This is a really solid figure in my opinion. I love the look of the Shoretroopers. I'm glad that they I would call this a reissue, but I think it's just a little bit different than the original Rogue One. I do not have that figure, unfortunately, as I wasn't really collecting the Star Wars line at the time. And those are very, very hard to get at a decent price. Anything Rogue One seems to be very hard to get at a decent price on the secondary market right now, or the aftermarket, whatever you want to call it. So here we have the figure, and let's take a look at him. Yeah, it looks really nice there. I love the helmet on these guys, and obviously the Stormtroopers are a little bit lighter in weight on the figures, and this is no exception. And they actually put these plastic pieces all the way up to the edge, all the way up under his shoulder armor here. So let's see if we can get this off without doing anything. Might just kind of pop the hand off. Don't want to get too crazy with it. And we talk about this all the time, how I don't like the fact that they tape these down. I would prefer if they just didn't tape them at all. See if we just take our knife here without cutting or damaging the figure. There we go. So you see these pieces are going to slide. This one does too up here. This one's going to slide a little bit too. So we got one off. There he is. Looks really good. Looks really good. Yeah, so Rogue One for me, I liked the movie. It wasn't like I was, like, oh my god, it's my favorite Star Wars movie by any stretch. But I thought the movie was pretty good. Thought it was a little bit different for a Star Wars movie, because we normally kind of get with this I guess it's still technically part of the Skywalker. I mean, it's part of the Skywalker saga. It's not technically, it is part of the Skywalker saga. But I just felt it had a different feel to it than what we typically get with the Star Wars movies. All right, so we got the arm pieces off, and then these will slide. So you can kind of maneuver these down a little bit to help with that, with the arms and everything like that. So, kind of run through some articulation here. You see a good look there, good look on the pack there in the back. He's going to look up about like that. He's going to look down about like that. This is just a ball joint up underneath. So, you're going to get pretty good articulation. This is the only head sculpt obviously we get. Arm-wise, gets to go out there. This armor piece slides up on top. You can see you want to be careful when you're doing this, because you don't want it to rub up against and cause more damage or any kind of damage. And as I do that, I wasn't very careful, was I? So he's only going to go about like that, and that's because of this piece here. So you might be able to slide that up and get a little more out of it like that. And then we get our typical wrist peg movement there for Hot Toys. Nothing too fancy there. Chest-wise, that's about all you're going to get. Get a little more on the back. Then we're going to get some twist. Get a little twist there. I'm pretty much pushing that as far as I really feel comfortable with. That was quite far. Further probably than I should have. And then for the legs, Gonna get up to about right there. I get double jointed knees, and then I'm gonna see if we can get these to come off. So we can do the boot. So the boot looks really good. Got that brown boot. Now, I do remember on the originals from Rogue One, as the boot popped off, the boots they looked a little bit lighter in color. I don't remember them being so dark. And I wish they would have kind of done that here, because these guys have been running across the sand and the shores, and these boots are not going to should not look absolutely pristine, but they really do look like they've maybe this guy just bought a new pair of boots. And there's the underneath shot for anybody interested on the treads down there. So not bad. That's a good solid figure. It's going to make for some good poses on the shelf, some good shots for the photography. And I do like that these pieces do shift and move a little bit, so they're not, as you slide the gauntlets up to change the hands, you can kind of give yourself a little more room there to mess around with. And then we get a good look at the tails there. Looks really good, and the belt, utility belt behind and everything. So let's take a look at the hands. So we'll get this to focus in. And we get this nice distressed look on top of the hand guard. And this is the closed fist hand, so you're going to get two of these, right and left. And then, of course, your trigger hands. You get two of them, right and left. And then on the figure itself, you get kind of just this open gesture style hand. But I like the look. This one, we get a better look at the gloves. The interior part of the glove looks really nice there. Get it in the light. It looks really good. So we don't get a lot of accessories with this guy, but of course we do get the blaster rifle, which looks really good. It's like a double. I like the double barrel look to it. It doesn't have any kind of movable parts or anything like that. It doesn't look like. Get a scope on it. This thing doesn't. The clip doesn't come out or anything like that. But it looks really good. You get the top scope, and then you get another side scope there. So that looks really good. Then, last but not least, we get our base. So we get kind of what we've been getting a lot lately, these kind of covers. I don't really know if I don't know. I haven't really decided yet how I'm going to display this one, if I'm going to display him with this cover, but that looks really cool though. It's that glossy kind of material. You see it shines off the light really well, and this is a little more raised. And then of course we get our Star Wars typical base here with that top, and then Shoretrooper squad leader. See, I think there's oh, maybe not. Thought there was a plastic piece on top of that, but not, I guess not. And then we get this little guy that we can put in front. It just slides out. I guess it's supposed to go kind of like that. So I'm not really sure why they included this with the squad leader, but pretty cool nonetheless. And then of course we get our typical crotch grabber. Nothing too special there. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get all this stuff out of here, and then we will do a pose and finish up the video. Alright, so we got him in, a fairly typical pose. Not anything too crazy. He's got his gun ready, running down the shore, try to take out some rebels. So appreciate everybody watching the video. Please take a moment to consider subscribing to the channel if you like Hot Toys and 1/6 scale figures and announcements, things like that. I'm all the time doing videos. Like I said at the beginning, I post just about every day. And please consider following me over on Instagram at the Hot Toys Collector. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all have a great day, and this is a great figure. I think it's easily in that conversation of top figures of the year. I don't think it goes all the way to figure of the year, because I think there's been some better releases, but this is a really solid figure. So with that being said, as always, hope you have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.